Peace. In the 1977 cult classic Which Way Is Up, Richard Pryor's character Leroy Jones rises up from a lowly orange picker to a hand-picked union leader, handpicked by none other than Mr. Man, to undermine the union. A plan that goes over with great success until Leroy Jones's life implodes, crushed under the weight of the success and the scorn of his own family and community. There's a pivotal scene when Leroy walks into the office of Mr. Man to let him know that he, Leroy, quits. Of course, Mr. Man lets him know that there is no quitting their unholy alliance. And Mr. Man uses his two goons to impress this point upon Leroy by way of intimidation. But the naked intimidation is not the pivotal part. The whole time Leroy and Mr. Man have been having this exchange, Mr. Man has been eating. And as Leroy attempts to leave his office, Mr. Man asks him, "Have you eaten?" Leroy says that he's not hungry, but Mr. Man very generously insists. Leroy understands that Mr. Man is offering but not asking. So Leroy reaches down and takes a single bite of Mr. Man's table scraps. And Mr. Man says, "I love to share." Leroy leaves the room humiliated. Much like the apartheid state of Israel did with Tiffany Haddish, Kathy Hilton tossed out a piece of table scrap, and Tiffany Haddish stepped to fetch it. A gesture that made it clear that Tiffany Haddish's purpose is not to do comedy for us, but minstrelsy for them. Much is often made, and rightly so, of Dwight Man and Karen's tactics of subjugation by way of intimidation, lest we forget their more common use of humiliation. And humiliation comes in many forms, even in the form of gifts, like a Trojan horse, maleficence tucked away in the hull of benevolence, like very generously giving you the shirt off their back, and then in front of everyone telling you how good their clothing looks on you, just to let it be known that you are wearing their hand-me-downs. The rise and fall of Tiffany Haddish is a precautionary tale of sorts, that we should beware of Dwight Man and Karen's benefits and privileges and gifts offered to incentivize us selling out our own, when that which should be good leaves us down bad. So far down that we can no longer tell which way is up. We out here.